tetanus injections like you experienced or whatever. But certainly, if that was a concern, we should also be concerned about the thing that Randy wants to start ranting about, which is like the bullshit education in the schools where the hate is taught. And they say, if you have the way they teach math problems, they say, if you have 5 Jews and you kill 3 of them, how many Jews do you have left? That type of stuff. And so if we're concerned about psychiatry, let me ask my question. So let me restate my point, which is if we're concerned about psychiatry affecting the kids of Gaza, we should also be concerned about other things in the educational and cultural systems that might be corrupting the kids. And when speaking about this specific kid, this young girl, I kind of want to respond in 2 ways. The first thing I want to say about her is, look, I don't know if have you read Lord of the Flies? I was going to say we've all read Lord of the Flies, but have you read that, Laura? No. Do you know the story of Lord of the Flies? Do you know that book? No. Basically, some kids get shipwrecked on an island and they create a society with no adults, but they end up kind of hurting each other. Anyway, I don't want to ruin it, but they kind of rip each other to shreds. And then Lord of the Flies is always like kids left alone are going to rip each other to shreds. When people say, oh, it's like Lord of the Flies in there, it's like a bunch of unsupervised children just tearing each other apart. And so a 5-year-old girl who sees her uncle murdered might respond with revenge, but hopefully, our job as adults is to coach children. Yes, in situations of injustice, you might coach your children, hey, you got to grow up to be a resistance fighter like me to fight against the occupation. But hopefully, ideally, in times of peace, if we were all following the great way of the world, the Tao, then it would be our job as wise adults to coach children away from those selfish impulses towards revenge or, something like that. And my question is so even if she feels revenge, she's only 5, we should teach her by the time she's 10 that killing somebody is not a good justification just because one was killed.
I agree 100%.
And my question about the little girl, which I'll end with this I ask in the most respectful way and a non-judgmental way, but I do wonder why her uncle was killed, because if he was killed for doing some terrorist shit, then maybe somebody could tell this little girl, listen, your uncle was a great man, he was a good uncle, but he did some really harmful illegal shit. I don't know, but that's why I'm asking.
Hold on a second, Princess. Randy had his hand up. After Randy, go ahead. You got 1 minute, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be real quick, okay? My parents are Holocaust survivors. When I was 5, I said to my father, Dad, we have to do something to the German people. We have to get revenge. What they did to your family, your mother was killed, your brother was killed. I wanted revenge. And my father said, you're crazy. You're crazy. Don't do that. Don't think like that. Living well is the best revenge. And today, I don't walk around and say I hate Germans. Germans must die. I don't walk around because my parents gave me a proper foundation. These poor kids in Gaza, they're encouraged. Oh, you hate Jews? Fantastic. We have a whole program for you. You can become a leader here. Yeah, you hate Jews. That's great news. No, Nora, please stop attacking me. I'm trying to get my thoughts out.
I'm not necessarily attacking you, but yes.
I know. I'm making it a joke. I'm making fun of the way that she said I was going to attack her. My point is that thank God my beautiful father, rest in peace, told me don't seek revenge. Thank God my parents didn't fan the flames of hatred. Thank God they worked hard, created a great life for me in America, leaving behind houses, unimaginable wealth in Poland and Europe. My mother was saved by her nanny who hid her under her bed. Yes, they had wealth, but they don't sit around talking about it 80 years later. Their beautiful houses in Poland. They've moved on. And this is the beauty, the gift that my parents gave me. Thank you.
I just don't want to get kicked out. Am I able to say anything here?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And everyone kicked me down because you feel like I disrupted the conversation. But what I wanted to say to Randy is, number one, he's made a few points that just are inaccurate, which is that, number one, right, he said, well, good thing the Holocaust survivors don't, talk about and try to, the way that the Holocaust was and seek revenge, right? We have the Bolsheviks in Russia who killed well over 7 to 8 million Germans post-World War II. You have Germans still being imprisoned to this day. A 98-year-old woman just last year was imprisoned for her involvement in the Holocaust. So, the idea that